Oh no, they're burning books. They're destroying books. What should we do? The tech companies and their overlords are destroying all the books, all the rare books. That's what's going on with the new outrage with these conspiracy theory people. And I've just had enough. I've had enough with these people. Like, they take a little hint of truth and they just expound upon it and, like, blow it up to something that's not even anywhere near that. So, like, when there is real conspiracies, like, that's happening or what theories, you can't even, like, look at them and be like, it just seems like they're all fake. You can't sit here like there is a small group of people who run everything. It's like, they're just... What it is the algorithms. The algorithms are so messed up, you know. And I noticed this too. First off, I'll go back to the books. But when I'm on Twitter, anytime I try to tweet at a political figure, either a congressperson or like a podcaster, anytime I do that, a couple views. But the most random thing I reply, like, on somebody's post, it gets like 100,000 views. I'm like, what is this? I want to be in the political sphere. I want to talk but no, like, everything is so jacked up. What gets promoted is lies, fabrications. And it makes me wonder, like, are they trying to get us off the internet? Like, this is what makes me, like, here's a conspiracy theory. Are they trying to make the internet and social media unusable so we go back to cable? Is that what's happening? That's what it seems like. Because, like, wherever you go, it's just horrible for no reason. It used to be pretty good, but, like, they have messed it up. Like I said, Facebook, you know, that... Like, dude, you've already got my data, man. You know what I mean? You're selling my data. I'm not getting a cut of it. So, like, now you're making it so I don't even want to use it because you're putting people on my news feed I don't care about. I've said this before, but, like, let's talk about the books. Oh, the rare books. What's happening is... Somebody has a machine, they cut the edge off so they can, like, print the book, like, so they can scan the books. It's just, like, quicker, I guess. And then they have a machine where it doesn't damage the book. And these people make it seem like they're destroying all the rare books out here. And it's like, well, they're making them infinite. They're making them not scarce anymore. So... like, when we have data centers, not only on Earth, but when we go to when we have them in Moon, maybe we'll have them on, like, satellites that orbit our Earth, Mars, and then we just keep on going. Well, that information isn't going to die with that book if it gets destroyed. Imagine only a couple copies and they all get destroyed. You know, kind of like my my cassette. Way back when I was 20, when I created it, like, those songs are long gone. You know, I would be shocked if there was one that survived. Well, if I had it on the internet, like, if I had Spotify and all this DistroKid, my songs and everything that I created way back then would be pretty much until the internet goes away, unless they decide to delete my stuff. But it's like, first off, they bought the books, so they own these books, okay? So they can do what they want with them. Now, if you're so upset about it, if it's such a big deal that they're doing this, destroying the books, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and go buy them off of them? No, they don't want to. And it's just like outrage over nothing. You know, like, the whole marijuana thing, they're rescheduling it, and all these conservatives are like, they're all upset because it's like, dude, you guys are sitting here promoting alcohol, making marijuana sound like it's way worse. Dude, I think social media is probably worse than marijuana. Because like they say, oh, the dopamine, yeah, and I'll say, yeah, I quit. My dopamine is like almost a month ago. My dopamine is it's gonna take a while to come back, like the receptors and everything to naturally come back on their own. Just like a porn addict, just like a social media addict, or a food addict, or an alcoholic, or any of these addicts. And it's just like, shut up. Lauren Chin tweeted out the other day. She was like, marijuana is a horrible thing for society or whatever. It's like, just so is what you're on right now. So is social media. So is something that you're using to complain about, and you're still using it. It's just, there's a lot of people that, what it is, here's what it is. It's all about views and clicks. I don't believe half of these people anymore, or most of them pretty much at all. I don't take their word for it anymore. I think they're outraged because they want to get the views, they want to get the clicks, they want to get the money, because they don't want to get real jobs like us. And I'm just tired of these people. You know, like Mount Walsh was saying something and like replying to somebody that somebody says he's like, all he does is come in like I was saying, like, you know, all you do is come on here and complain. You know, why don't you just like come out here and work a real job, dude? We need, Mount Walsh, you're supposed to be really smart. Well, why don't you become a master plumber? Because that's what we need. We don't need any more podcasters. Like, I don't give a fuck about you people. Like, look, I'm doing it myself. I just got done for an 8-hour shift today. You know, I can make videos while working a real job. It's so ridiculous. These people are just so lazy, entitled, and they think that they're so, like, yeah, they're more famous than me. So what? So what? Who gives a shit? In the grand scheme of things, a lot of people don't even know who the hell they are. You know what I mean? Like, you go to the regular person and be like, hey, who's Mount Walsh? I don't know. Like, a bunch of these YouTubers, Cavicular, he's all popular right now. Go to the regular person, and I bet you 9 out of 10 people won't even know who the hell he is. But on the internet, he's famous. In reality, he's not. Do you know who's famous in reality? Taylor Swift. LeBron James. They're real famous. These people are just, they're in like the cool person's club. That's all they are. They got lucky. And all they do is push this crap. The data centers. Oh, they're making like they're taking up all the water. It's like, no, they're not. Dude, if they took all the water so people can't have any water themselves. And now I'm not saying that doesn't happen in some areas, and I'm sure they fix it. I'm sure that the water company comes out here and fixes it. They make it sound like, oh, they're just doomed forever now. They're just lying. They're just lying. It's just like, whatever to generate outrage, whatever to get people riled up emotionally, to get the views, to get the comments, to get that's all it is. That's all these people are. And I'm just tired. Like, I don't even want to listen to these people anymore. This guy that he commented, he watched a couple of my videos, and he asked me about Aaron Clarey. It's like, yeah, I like Aaron Clarey. I like some things about Aaron Clarey. When he talks about economics or something. But for the most part, I already know what he's gonna say. I know what he's gonna say about women. Like, when I see the thumbnail come up, I don't really look at YouTube like I used to. But like before, when I was taking in a lot of content, I would see the subject matter, but like, I already know what he's gonna say. There's no point for me to even listen to it. Like, I've listened to like five of his books. I have like 5 of his books. I know what he's gonna say. I know his take. There's no point for me to even like waste my time. And it's like a lot of these people, you already know what they're gonna say. You already know what they're gonna say. Like, you know what I think? I think that when I was taking a lot of their content, because like seriously, I really haven't. TikTok, I do the TikTok. I do like the shorts, um, but that gets annoying. I kind of go back and forth from Twitter and TikTok. Um, but like YouTube, what I did on my YouTube is I unsubscribed from a bunch of these like famous people, so I don't even get recommended their stuff. Every once in a while, like I'll see something like some philosopher that I want to listen to, like it's pretty intriguing type of subject matter. So maybe I'll put that on. But like, I was listening to a lot of people out of comfort. I was listening to a lot of them out of, even though it was kind of like a friendship. It was a one-sided friendship. It was like me, kind of like when you watch a movie, but it felt like they're directly talking to you. You know what I mean? That's probably how it feels if anybody's watching my video and I'm just talking, but it feels like I'm directly talking to you. The whole I don't know what is coming at this point. Like, I asked AI, I'm like, how is the ratings? Like, how is you? And I guess YouTube's up, Twitter's down, Facebook is up, so people are still using it a lot. I mean, obviously, when you see people on their phones, but I was looking at my apps, and I've been talking to Gemini a lot. Not so much Grok, but Gemini, because I don't get hit with the. I haven't yet where you have to wait so many hours even if you pay for it. It's kind of like whatever, man. It's okay. I think Grok is probably better. Nothing is what I want it to be, where it remembers everything I put in there. That would be awesome. But it's like, I think social media, I think the podcasters, I think they're on their way out. I think that you'll probably have like the major ones, obviously, but the mid-tier ones who make a living, like a quartering or any of the Tim Cass type of people, any of these live streamers. I don't understand how people can just like watch Cavicular live stream. I don't get that. Like, he's out at a club dancing and like he's live streaming. I don't understand why people watch that. I don't get why it's so compelling. But apparently it is, because everyone's obsessed with them, or it's just like me. I did a couple live streams. I really don't like it. I don't want to see comments coming up. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. I mean, I wouldn't mind it if it was like how Tim Cass does his, where if people were to super chat me, I'd just say if I was hypothetically bigger, and I was like, okay, I'll go ahead live stream. Or I just like read them at the end, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna. I already have a hard enough time staying on track. Like, this whole video is supposed to be about them burning the books or whatever, destroying the books, and I think I pretty much made my point with that. But it's just like, I'm tired, and I go on there kind of to pass time. I mean, if I had a woman in my life, there's no way I would be sitting on Twitter as much as I am, or TikTok. You know what? I would probably sit back and watch some TV shows with her. I really, it's hard for me even to watch a movie. TV shows just don't do it. Watching sporting events, like, this is what I do. I've said this before. Like, I make simulations. This is MLB The Show 25, and And that's my team. I'm the Cubs. I made the Cubs the way I want to make them, and then now I have it in the background. That's my simulation, and that's probably what's coming. Um, is people just making their own simulations? You know, we pretty much have our own algorithms. That's why I think that everything is so far off of people. A lot of people are they are, what is that called? They're in an echo chamber. That's what it is. They're in an echo chamber. Not to say that I haven't been in one before, the manosphere and stuff like that. Sometimes it's good. You get some good information. I think I got a lot of good information out of the manosphere, the red pill, the guys. Not that I really respect a lot of them, but I think that they say a lot of what's real. But like I would like to, you know, go out there and join a softball league, join a basketball league. But you know, since you know I can't afford to get hurt, it's kind of like you know. And another thing too is I'm so sick and tired of hearing like, oh, this is coming, the tech is coming. I haven't seen any robots walking around in my own personal life. You know, I don't go, you know, when I go out, like I've seen robots in companies I've worked for before, but they're like stationary. They're not walking around. They're not like highly sophisticated. They're just like repetitive. And oh, this is coming. This is coming. It's like that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm like, just bring this. Like, when's this stuff gonna come out already? I don't like to work. I think I could do more help in the community and being, you know, being a help to the community than whatever I'm doing now. This repetitive job to make resources that gets taken away from me because rich people don't want us to have anything. They need to hoard everything. And here's the thing that I don't believe in either. I don't believe that we're going to have a Mad Max. I don't think that we are going to have a depression. I think if something's going to happen, they're going to hyperinflate the dollar. We'll just go on to something else and just like get rid of the dollar. Pretty much change the government too. I don't think we're going to have a Mad Max. You know, that's the fear. Oh, these preppers. If we went through some type of scenario of depression, think about this. Just think about this yourself. If we were to do that, and these people who are trying to control, obviously they control us. Obviously. Well, if everything just falls apart, they have no control over us anymore, and they are the targets. Like right now, I'm in a comfortable prison, right? I still get to eat. I still like the AC is on right now. I have lights. I have running water. Well, once I don't have those things, then they're in big trouble. So do you think that they're going to keep... Do you think we're just going to have a Mad Max through every... You know, we might have some places, you know, kind of like Flint. Stuff like that. Food deserts, you know, in certain areas from certain communities because of what they're doing. But... it's a bunch of it's like this is happening, Alex Jones, but like how has things have gotten more expensive, yes, but it's always this fear, always this threat. Just let it fucking happen then. Oh, we're gonna have it. Then just have the nuclear war. Like, I think that we're all just tired of it. Oh, we're tired of them using the fear against us to try to, like, get views and clicks. They're going to go to nuclear. No, they're not going to go to nuclear war. I don't, like, whatever, man. Seriously. We're not going to go to nuclear war. We might, if anything, we might have something like 2020 again. We're not going to have a nuclear war. There's no way. There's no... Dude, and if we do, hopefully it lands... Well, it won't land on top of me, but I don't want to try to survive that. I don't want to try to survive that crap at all. It's just so frustrating, man. Like, you listen to these people, these podcasters and these influencers, and you're like, they make sense, and you think that they're on your side. You think that they're for like this and that. It's like, they're not. They really care about themselves. That's it. They don't bring anybody else up. You know, like, the biggest thing is, like, if I had a Matt Walsh, if I had millions of people following me on Twitter, you best believe I'm going to bring other people up, and I'm going to run for a government myself. What am I doing? Just sitting on Twitter or complaining? I want to go in there and actually make a difference. Try to make a difference in the government. And then I want to try to lift people up to come and help. Like, let's do this. Let's change things. No, what do? Nothing. And I've said this before with these conservative people. They're a bunch of frauds. They're a bunch of frauds. What communities are they making? They got all this money. They have all these networks. What communities are they making? What communities are they building? They ain't doing nothing. They just come on here, get their money, get their views, and because they're narcissists. I do have something to say. You know how Jewish people are a race, but then it's like they're like a religion too. Like, how they do that, like the Jew is a religion, Judaism. Well, there's a way to get past all that. It's just the reverse of what they're doing. Can you prove that I was talking about the race of Jews? I was talking about Judaism. That's how you get past that. Because I seen some Zionist coming on Twitter or some videos like, Google's that's gonna follow you for the rest of your life with Google. It's like, first off, because they're talking about people losing their jobs, like, you can't read the room at all, because look at Gen Z. Do they really like the Jewish people? Not really. They don't really like them. I don't know what to tell you. So it's going to get worse. You know what? I think we're going to see, I don't know if we'll see like a real revolution, like a French style revolution. But I think the revolution will just be quiet, like people just opting out. You know what I mean? They just won't get their tax revenue. When they don't get their tax revenue, they're going to have to do something to try to get that tax revenue. But here's the thing, too. It's like, with all these jobs, we're about to lose all these jobs because of AI. And then you hear them, like, pulling it back. So it's like, I just think it's all bullshit at this point. I just think, like, it almost feels like I'm in a simulation. It almost feels like I'm in a simulation, man. Because it's like, it's like we're supposed to stay in this one spot, and nothing really happens. What really happens? Gas prices went up. Prices for everything keeps going up. But what really happens? I don't know. I'm just like so fed up with all the I'm not saying like some of the conspiracy theories aren't correct. Not at all. I'm a very open-minded person. I don't know everything. I've been wrong plenty of times in my life. I've changed my stance. Hey, look at me. I'm far right now. I'm more far right than Nick Fuentes. He like before Trump got elected, he was way more far right than me. I looked at myself as a moderate. Given that, I was lied to, and why other countries get put before American citizens, it just makes me far right. Like, I want to see massive change. I want to see this government reformed. I want to see a dictator at this point because I want to see change. I want to see good change. I want to see problems fixed. I don't see our current government fixing any problems. They just create more. But it's this whole like threatening people's livelihoods, debank. So what are these people going to do? Let's say, so if they debank me and I can't get a job anywhere, then what am I supposed to do? I'll be homeless. I'm going to have to turn to a life of crime. Then I'm going to be in prison. Like, what is the point? What and what if I change my stance? What if I said this out of anger because I was in a really angry state of my mind, and I'm like, I came out of it, and it's like maybe that I went a little too far with that. But that's the environment at that time made me want to think like that. But now I changed my mind. They're like, no, for the rest of your life, you're done. It's like, you're treating me worse than a pedo. Pedos can go to prison for a couple years and they come out, but I'm just done for the rest of my life because of something I might have said on the internet. Really? Is that what? Are you sure you want to go this way? You sure you want to go this route? Because I guarantee you, it's not gonna end well for you people. But it's so tiresome with these people. Like, when I use Twitter at this point or make videos right here, I have the impression that it's not going to get any views. And I only just, and I probably shouldn't even be like tweeting or making videos at this point. But, I try to tell the truth, so I don't know. I think that's it. I'm pretty tired. My brain is fried. I didn't get much sleep last night. I just felt like I wanted to make this video talking about how, like, these people are just, I just don't believe anybody. I don't trust anybody. That's where I'm at.